I live about 5 blocks from where I was raised.
When you're in a crisis, they just come together and they help you.
Elsie's logo is small town, big heart, and it's just kind of a reminder that we're welcoming to everybody.
It's a good town. Everybody takes care of everybody.
This could be the scene on the rolling countryside of Ireland.
I love that.
But it's the Midwest. This is Ennis, Texas, a small town where the story of the bluebonnet man blooms. This is Ennis, Ireland. Both Ennises are connected. Look in the corners of Texas, or
we're in Texas Corners, Michigan.
Texas Corners in Michigan.
Snow, obviously we have snow here.
And you'll find the measuring stick of humanity.
I actually got a job here in town at the local diner when I was 18. And the reason I got the job was because I was the Elsie Dairy Festival queen.
Stitched together in size and sometimes in name, threaded like a rich mosaic.
Yeah, like the Dairy Festival, like every year I think when it's the Dairy Festival, like there's like a little parade, and I'm sometimes in it.
But all connected in another way. The answer comes easy at the only stoplight in Elsie, Michigan.
I can speak from personal experience. My husband was diagnosed with cancer 3 times, 3 separate occasions, and each time our community pulled together and made sure that our family was well taken care of because we both have 2 little kiddos, so.
All connected.
Oh, I mean, part of its population.
By hopes and imagination, and in some cases, by a railroad track. How do you define a small town?
Actually,
small town means of.
My phone told me.
Characteristic of a small.
Then on the same phone, I hit record. And it rarely fails. Stand in a place where you think the sidewalks roll up early and document how that perception gets knocked completely off the tracks. A documentary from my phone dialed up from small towns bigger than life. It almost depends on the time of day.
My town.
Whether South Washington Street, next to the railroad tracks,
born and raised,
feels like it's stuck in the past,
have fun,
or not.
I love this town.
Kim Springsdorf makes sure that time stands still here.
I can hear every whistle from where I currently live.
Yeah, let's start building it up.
It's the whistle in this town that doesn't signal the end of work, but
it's very challenging for 900.
The beginning.
I've traveled many miles just to smell steam.
The small town of Owosso, Michigan has a big personality.
Yeah, it's a big one.
They talk about locomotive 1225, the Pierre Marquette.
I hear you're going to go up on the big girl today.
Like it breathes in and out. Like it blows off steam.
She does that, just like all of us around here.
Like it's one of the last great steam locomotives left from another time.
Well, today I'm celebrating our 75th anniversary with the engine because we're both the same age. Well, I'm actually a little older, and both born in '41.
Sometimes they celebrate birthdays together.
I'm January and she's November.
She touches people.
But I think she's in better shape than I am.
From Tom Sawyer on one side.
His name is Tom Sawyer. Doesn't he look great?
To Fred Shepard, standing all alone on the other.
No, I don't feel well.
Who drove an hour and a half to see the doctor, but felt this was the medicine he needed.
Just the smell of the steam and the coal, and just the smell alone's worth coming.
It's Saturday morning.
She wants you all to stay outside. Welcome.
One month a year, just on weekends.
We all help each other. We watch out for each other.
People come from all over the country for a ride.
Oh, hello. I didn't know you were going to. Did you tell me you were going to be here?
And Kim, who was born here,
got the tickets.
Went to high school here.
Oh, they love me.
And raised a family.
And there's my husband, Bob. Hello, Bob. It's a family affair.
8 blocks away. Now make sure it all stays on track.
All right, guys, thanks.
Just ask her husband, Bob.
She goes all weekend long.
The railroad ties this town together.
900 happy people ready for a train ride. How many? 900.
Nothing would keep Kim from making this happen.
Is everybody ready to go? Yeah. No, too bad.
From making dreams come true for passengers looking for a trip back in time.
I get really emotional when we talk about this kind of stuff because my people here are so amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of warmth in here.
Nothing would keep her from that.
Oh.
Not even cancer.
Yes, my volunteers, I've recently been diagnosed with cancer and been working on some stuff with that.
When they asked me to help them, you know, it's mainly for Kim. What the heck? You know, I've known her for so long and got to help.
And they presented me with this special little clock here. And I don't ever, it's on me during every excursion.
That's not all the 70 volunteers did for her. In the basement of the tiny Steam Railroading Institute building, inside Kim's office, they placed a recliner in the corner so she could rest between cancer treatments and 16 hours a day on the job.
I can't see.
Every time Kim catches a glimpse of that silver locket around her neck, a wave of emotion takes her. Similar, she says, to the feeling everyone gets when the 1225 starts moving.
Hard to explain.
It's an assault on the senses.
It's just so exhilarating.
The ground shakes.
It makes your ears ring.
It's a lot of iron moving.
The ground under your feet moves, it vibrates.
It's a sight rarely seen, under full steam. Or parked at its stop along the way, its reason for celebration in the middle of Michigan.
And the worst part about this whole thing is the day after this is all over, and I stand here all by myself, and I look around, and there's no cars, and there's no people, and the steam engine's put away. All the volunteers have gone home.
It's getting close. The snow is falling in Kim's hometown, where the job and that big family take her mind away from her health.
And they're always telling me to tell her to slow down, but they all know she can't slow down.
The trips will end soon.
Okay, goodbye.
So she's staying as close to home as possible. And by home,
Yeah.
she means that 440-ton beast and its caretakers.
I wouldn't be able to get through this and keep that smile on my face if it wasn't for all my wonderful volunteers.
It may be bitterly cold. But she started a fire, and that'll be enough to keep her heart warm all winter long.
We have more cows than people. Yeah.
What does Ennis, Texas and Ennis, Ireland have in common?
What's the difference between Ennis, Ireland and Ennis, Texas?
It's a very unique question.
I have no idea. I have not a clue.
It's not geography.
Oh, it's amazing, right?
The accents are different.
You are in Ennis, County Clare, a little bakery in the west coast of Ireland.
So what bonds these two small towns together?
This is a Texas, Lupus Texas bluebonnet.
Maybe it's two people as different as the human condition can get,
What do you mean?
but who turn out to be identical when it comes to inspiring someone else. First off, Ennis, Texas.
couldn't believe it.
A bluebonnet and a man.
I'm sorry?
The bluebonnet man is by no means a wilting flower.
Hang on. Okay, come on.
Doug Dickinson is
There's always a good area for bluebonnets right here.
the bluebonnet man. Just ask his wife, Betty.
Everyone just thinks he's a character, and he is.
This is a Texanus, Lupus Texanus bluebonnet.
We always want to be happy, happy.
This field over here is normally solid blue.
A story doesn't always go the way you pictured it.
And the rain has drowned them out.
It was windy.
Somewhat of an embarrassment, Mike.
We found a blanket of green, but not blue.
Hang on.
Turns out
I'm gonna drive slow.
it didn't matter.
I got a storybook life I could write a book about.
Who knew the lack of wild Texas state flowers could turn into an appreciation of everything else?
He enjoys the beauty of the land, the sunsets.
It's spring here. Doug knows it's also another season.
I'm in the winter of my life, and I'm thoroughly enjoying life as it is. 3 aortic valve operations.
54 years with Betty.
And we can take care of each other in our old age.
She has as much enjoyment out of sharing it as I do.
Maybe the bluebonnet season is slow to arrive this year.
Sometimes being a photographer, you have to be patient.
So we waited a couple weeks.
I think this pretty much captures what Texas is all about.
Checked out other country roads.
We're just making the best of it. Why not? Tribute to Merle Haggard. We're playing his CDs.
Met people along the way who
I think I got it.
I made $100.
all had the same common love of nature.
Doesn't get much prettier than this here.
But what really happened is that it became another chance to see Doug, the bluebonnet man,
To a bluebonnet.
in full bloom.
I'm a very fortunate man. Wonderful wife,
Is this really going to be on the television, do you think?
wonderful children, this wonderful property that I can share with others.
Life is good. I don't think I can say anything else without getting a little emotional.
Bluebonnets and Betty.
That's a no-brainer.
He better love me the most.
What do you mean? The wife came first and she stays first.
We all know the beauty of the bluebonnet.
Okay, here I go.
Now, we know the beauty of the bluebonnet man.
They are amazed because the field is solid blue. Not this year, but they will be back next year.
It's easier in the silence
That's why the time flies.
to find the heartbeat
There's always so much to do all the time.
of a small town.
It's like a mad dash from now until 8 a.m. and then from 8 a.m. we get really busy on the outside and on the hill.
The soda bread isn't the only thing born and raised in the town of Ennis. So is Carrie Gardner.
Yeah, I was born here. Yeah, I'm 33 years old now. Local all my life, so it's great.
You know Ennis. Not this one near Dallas, Texas. This one, hanging on the cliffs.
Absolutely petrified.
So inspiring it transforms people on the spot.
Scary, but spectacular.
Different countryside for someone like David from Dallas.
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't want to fall down.
This Ennis is close to Big D. Dublin, Ireland. In the silence, before the sun, it's clear.
Want to slice the spill?
If you want to know the very essence of a small town, just trace it to ingredients like Carrie.
Here we work, eat, sleep, yeah.
She's very passionate about it.
This is my life.
Her little bakery.
24/7. I don't know, I'm just one of those people. If I want something, I'll go get it,
She is. She's superwoman. That's what she is.
No, I've surprised myself. I think I'm incredibly lucky. I thank God every day I'm still open.
Still open.
Oh, it's freezing.
And thriving.
Oh yeah, this is Ireland. We have 4 seasons in one day. That's just who we are.
Because of who she is.
I'm a survivor.
Her work starts at 3 a.m., drifts out her door, takes a left because this is a one-way street, and touches the spirit of the people here.
Hey, 20 minutes.
Carrie's Cake sits on a street wide enough only for one car, but it's the heart of Ennis.
There's lots of people out there that are in a job they hate. I'm lucky, I'm blessed that I can come to work every day and love my job. And that fires me up even more.
The recipe of a small town always has a main ingredient, like Carrie Gardner.
Then I just love baking, so I really just took a chance.
2 patties down.
It's surprising.
We get to know each other pretty well. We say I'm sorry once in the morning.
Grab your chips and drink.
Because we're always bumping into each other.
With the constant stream of phone orders,
Yeah, sure. What can I get for you?
walk-ups,
All right. There you go.
that anybody at all
It is busy.
finds this place.
Yeah, we're in a cow field.
It is unique.
The place for a Kelly classic
Another classic?
Got a classic.
All right, we'll have them ready for you.
is parked by some puddles
That was a call and order.
from the rain.
Normally we're more on rainy days like today.
Unlike bumper-to-bumper choices lined up in the city
That's
that
the one that's on the bag.
park where the people are,
And we are considered permanent.
It is absolutely fantastic.
this one on wheels
We're stationary.
sits in the middle of nowhere.
We are at the edge of Allen, Lucas, and Parker, Texas.
Where the people find it.
Well, we're really close to a Walmart, so normally we can just tell people go to the Walmart just a little bit farther down.
Chris Kelly and his brother opened Kelly Family Farms Hamburgers 2 years ago.
I was just naive enough to try anything, I guess.
Chris's dad, Larry,
I was in the insurance business for about 35 years, and
retired, but not anymore.
this started out helping out, you know, and now it's turned into a job.
As you talk to my father, he cooks for us in the morning shifts. It's really brought us together.
Madeline and Kate.
Because there's so many different facets to running the hamburger stand, raising the animals. There's a lot that goes into it.
The burgers bonded the Kellys.
Gives me a chance to talk to people, and that's what I like to do.
No doubt soon now, other people will find out what these customers already know.
Thank you so much.
So the secret is out.
I think that's just fine. We can always sell a few more burgers.
You just need to find them.
What can I get for y'all?
Close to the Walmart.
Terry?
And just a little further.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It's a little toasty in here.
It's almost unbearable.
Yeah, right now it's only 99. It's actually only 99. It doesn't get hot until we hit 145.
Working in the hot shop.
Exactly.
We start with a molten substance that's just literally liquid glass.
2,100 degrees.
Starting here
It is incredibly hot.
and ending with a piece like this.
This is what we call a rondelle. It's a big glass platter.
You wouldn't believe what happens in the middle.
Okay, go ahead and blow. Sweet. Okay, stop. Okay, let's heat up that neck one more time.
It's like an operating room.
It is an amazing amount of teamwork. Okay. I'm gonna touch that up one more time. No glass color can do this type of work without a good solid crew. It's people like this.
In downtown Grapevine, on a scorching Texas summer day, glass artists Dave Gappa, Spencer Crouch, and Eric Bernardi would go outside for a breath of cooler, fresh air.
No, you don't understand. This maintains our girlish figure.
It's exhausting and worn out, and sometimes you don't feel that quite till the next day, because you're like, you're so just done with physically and mentally.
These guys know exactly what to do, where to be, and how to make this magic happen. All right, give me just a little bit of air, Spencer.
Like three musicians making music. It's just not rock, it's glass.
I think we're good. All right, let's open this baby up.
They don't think about the heat or the pressure they find themselves in when creating a glass work of art. There's no time for
It's
that.
exciting. A lot of times it's very exciting right afterwards too, because you're like, man, success, we made it.
It comes down to this. It may have taken 45 minutes, but
beautiful.
Really, it took 10 years together to create it.
Nice job, gentlemen. Sweet.
It is 6 degrees. 6 degrees. And I'm aware of that because I'm wearing shorts.
The side door doesn't tell the whole story.
Yep, that's my other cohort.
I'm gonna erase the special board from yesterday, because we're starting all over.
It's the door where Zane Vignair starts his day.
Everyone's running a minute late. We make our own grits every morning. It takes a good 45 minutes to make the grits, so I start that now.
But around the front door, an hour and a half before the sun comes up,
wool blanket.
Mike Hanlon is starting his day too.
Right now, I think we're about
in line.
10 degrees. The only good part about it is we have no wind this morning.
It's hard to know who this place belongs to.
I've owned this restaurant for 13 years.
But the line is a big ingredient here.
Like 12 people.
It rivals how important corn is to his grits.
I can't believe you're sitting on the ground.
I'm pretty lazy, so I didn't want to stand up anymore. And it's warmer down here.
The line is here every day, in all seasons.
When I started coming here, I weighed 110 pounds. So I've had everything on this menu.
Every day.
I'm thinking about doing a cornbread jalapeno waffle too.
Zane will be on his feet here for 12 hours. But he sat down for 2 minutes to try to understand it.
Yeah, there's always a line. So we had to get here early so we didn't have to wait.
In rough times and in the happy times, you know, like we all look at each other and we're like, I was there for that. I helped out with this.
One year he made Girl Scout Thin Mint chocolate chip pancakes, okay?
I don't know. I feel like I'm more of a steward. I feel like this is kind of like, this isn't anything that I'm doing because you keep saying people are standing outside waiting to see you. No, people are standing outside looking to be part of something.
You gotta come for the experience.
Like Mike, the guy outside right now, he's been coming here every Saturday morning for the last 6 years. There's some remarkable gentlemen.
Employees trickle in the back. The line grows out front.
I run into people across town and try to understand where I know them from, and a lot of them will say, well, we met you at the Golden Harvest.
And that's the name of this place.
I think I'm getting frostbite on my toes.
You can see it as the sun finally comes up.
I'm doing like toe exercises. This place is legendary, gotta go.
If you can find it, in Old Town Lansing, Michigan. On one corner, a closed business, 3 houses, and then the Golden Harvest at the end of the block.
It makes me feel great that I'm first.
Just down the street from the railroad tracks, it's literally part of a neighborhood.
1 minute!
And 3 minutes later, all 34 seats are full.
5, 6 bacon.
6 degrees outside turns into
72 and sunny. Coming in through. We can fire that blackberry waffle right now. All right, got 2 scramps, 2 easies. It's like we do this for like 10 hours. So it takes a minute to kind of warm up.
Zane even tried to warm up the outdoors. He left his grill for a few minutes to fire up an old heater. Today, anything helps.
That's one of the things that we've accomplished over the years is getting here early enough to where we've usually discussed the whole world situation by the time we're done with breakfast, but if we continue, we'll continue outdoors.
Warming up comes quick for Mike and his friends, and for the table who beat him here this morning.
Hand out of the way.
Occasionally, we do get upended to where we're not the first in line.
We have about 6 different types of French toast on the menu, so I'm making a little Captain Crunch French toast, and then today's special, this is a strawberry raspberry shortcake French toast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bacon.
We've been in line for about 20 minutes, but it's good conversation.
Every day.
First of all, like, the food is incredible. But in addition to that, there's this culture that's built around this place.
I feel lucky that I get the opportunity to do it.
Zane will have another opportunity tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Mike's opportunity
See you next week.
will come next Saturday.
We're going to auction off what I have left here. That way you don't have to wait in the cold. Have a good day.
Okay, what am I bid on this?
Come on.
Down the 2-lane roads,
One of the benefits of a small town is everybody knows everybody.
small towns don't have it all.
My mom goes around and painting the town. She's been helping a lot around here.
Only the best of the human condition,
Most of the people are so friendly and so nice, you know.
the unexpected, and usually the most inspiring. Like Kim from Owosso, Michigan.
Here's my blanket.
That's her behind the engineer, lit up by a hot fire on a bitter cold run as one of the last great steam locomotives pulls passengers through the night. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. This is her bliss, her therapy.
We're worst part about this whole thing,
remember what she said?
Is the day after this is all over, and I stand here all by myself, and I look around, and there's no cars, and there's no people, and the steam engine's put away.
It's that time here when the railroad crossing is quiet, when you can pick up and put away your phone. You've already captured the big moments in a small town. And then, after all that, just tell the story. Technology changes, storytelling never will. Just remember to actually stop recording.